Joined by head coach Clay Nunley of Randolph College men's basketball. They were picked number 8 in this year's ODAC men's basketball preseason poll. Coach, talk to us a little bit about what you've seen from your team in early season practice and what you expect the Wildcats to look like this season.
Sure. Yeah, we've been really pleased. Guys have done a great job of working hard so far. It's early, but the work ethic's been good. The camaraderie's been solid, and coachability's been really high. So we're very pleased with that. Our older guys are doing a very nice job of providing the leadership that we feel like is vital to doing what we want to do, and the younger guys are following suit and working hard to pick a lot of new things up. So we've been really pleased with that.
You've got several players back from last season's squad. So one of them that missed a little bit of time, but he's back this season, that being Zach Desgain. And it seems like most of your players right now are on the perimeter. Talk a little bit about what you expect from those perimeter guys, but also what you're going to do in the paint this season.
Sure. Well, you mentioned Zach. Zach's been an important piece to what we've done the last few years. He had to overcome some injuries last year, but when he was healthy, he meant a lot to our team, and we're looking forward to having him back this year. We have a good nucleus of juniors. We don't have any seniors this year, but we do have a good nucleus of juniors, guys that they're juniors in terms of their class, but I think in many ways they probably are pretty close to being seniors. So a number of them have been asked to play early from the time when they were freshmen. They've been asked to grow up faster maybe than normal classes and players would be asked to grow up and take on responsibilities early. So I'm very confident in the entire group in terms of the leadership that we expect them to provide and the mentality that we want them to have in terms of setting the tone for our team and our program. And so it's a good group and a group I have a lot of confidence in.
In a lot of early season interviews, we hear people talk about having upperclassmen, having underclassmen. What is the difference between coaching a team that is upper class heavy against a team that is relatively made up of newcomers and underclassmen?
Sure. I think that the speed in which you can work with that team is going to vary. If you've got a younger team, you're going to be a little bit slower in terms of how you're breaking things down. You're going to be probably a little more detail-oriented, trying to get them to really master a lot of the basics, build a good foundation underneath of them as a college player. With an older team, you're probably moving a lot faster, especially this time of year. You can review things, but you probably don't need to spend a lot of time on certain things that maybe you would have in the past because they're used to it and they've gained experience from it. So I think you're going to have some differences in terms of the speed with which you can work with those teams that are older versus those that are younger. But I think most coaches would tell you having an older team is going to provide some advantages that are unique.
When we take a look at the league, last season just 7 all-conference players returned. This year, it's only 8 all-conference players that are back. So we got a lot of teams that maybe have some experienced rosters like you have of some younger players that have played for a while, but we don't have that star power, so we have to build it back up again. What do you see for the league this season as far as from a player perspective and also from teams?
I think it's like any other year. The league is going to be very strong, a lot of depth. You have a lot of really good teams, and again, we've had that in years past, but I think it's especially true this year. You've got teams that they've got experience. It may not be experience that is as known yet as it will be in a few months, but they do have a lot of potential, and they do have the ability and the opportunity to really make a strong statement as the seasons get underway here. So, yeah, it'll be as tough as it always is, and that's a credit to the coaches and the players in the league that all work very hard.
Coach, I want to thank you for joining us today, and good luck this season.
Great. Thank you.